two stoves to test out for camping. This one is my sister's rocket stove, and then this is our little camp stove thing, and neither of these have been used yet, so it's about time to try them. And right now I just have some pine cones in there. So if I understand all this right, this is the ash part to get the ashes out, an air damper, and then I wonder how you keep that in position if you want to keep it in a certain direction. I do not know. And then the place to put all the firewood, the small pieces, and it is small pieces. I mean, this is more about 3-4 inches. So I started with a few pine cones because pine cones work well, and we'll try lighting that, and then we'll try that one. And then the idea, I guess, is that the wood falls down into that firebox area. So because of the angle, they'll kind of slide down and feed the fire kind of on its own. So I guess I could have read about this or watched a video. It certainly seems to light easily with pine cones. You probably didn't bring the little metal thing. Well, this side shouldn't get all that hot anyway. So the pine cones are burning nicely. Some of the other pieces of wood have started burning. Seems to draw through there nicely. Oh yeah, I can feel cool air being pulled through. It could be heating water on it already. Yeah, there's no reason it couldn't. Oh, I have a little pan of water, and I wrapped it with foil because that's what I would do if I were out camping for easier cleanup. Oh, and I guess I could take the lid off because I want to be able to see when it gets...
It's getting warm already.
Oh, I should go up a little higher. I can't see the top, or widen out the view, I suppose. Oh, and I don't know how much, well, I guess this is kind of what finding out is how much wood it would take to heat a small amount of water, enough to rehydrate something that was freeze-dried. Well, I don't think I need to put any more wood in yet. I could add a pine cone.
Only because they're cute.
Yeah, and they will burn really well. So, and I wonder, maybe you know, were you supposed to have them short enough to be able to close this, or did it matter if this part was closed?
I've seen some.
Okay, like 140. I think I can hear it sizzling on the bottom of the pan. Well, and this piece, like over 400.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you definitely need to have the other piece. 125 down there, 700 plus up there. Okay, well, that looks like that will have been plenty to heat up about a quart of water for boiling point to use for rehydrating if you need hot water. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let it die down, not add any more at this point. Well, at least with pine cone, that started outrageously easy, was up to temperature extremely quickly. And because it has this chute, it's really easy to add stuff to it, whereas this one's going to be difficult to add anything to it. It's supposed to draw the air through here, and then down through here, and then up here. So that does not take long at all to get nice hot water for use for rehydrating, or of course in that same amount of time you could have probably cooked some eggs on there. This other one is going to be in the frame and it's scorching hot. I'm not going to try to change that. So this one, you have that area for your fire, and then this little grate on top, which is only good. It's not great. Kill me. And yeah, so once you put this on there, you can't add more fuel without taking it off. So you need to have somewhere to set the pot, and you need something to be able to lift the grate with, because of course it's going to get hot. So I'll start with it. I'm going to start with a pine cone or two. I'm going to start with a couple of pine cones, and then some of these dry pieces of walnut. And they all need to be small enough to fit in there. So that is a much bigger limitation than that other stove was. Definitely a bigger limitation on adding fuel. I like the size and weight of it for transporting it. I have no idea how it'll be for functionality. Gonna go ahead and light the pine cones in there. And I don't know, I'll get that on there. I probably should have put something on the bottom like paper or something to get it started. Well, that's why you should try it at home. Not wait till you're actually in need of it for use. As this type is supposed to be pulling air through the one's shell and pulling air through there and pulling those gases back down. Right now it's still not burning the stuff. Yeah, see, there's lots of burnable materials in that smoke. So it needs to get a little hotter inside, because it should be burning all this off. You can see it lights it and burns off that smoke. Looks like it's getting closer. Yeah, because if I understand it right, the concept is it's supposed to be burning all those gases coming out of the wood. And then you have almost no smoke when that happens. So we're seeing parts of that now. And that might be a function of that I lit it at the top instead of, I should have perhaps had something on the bottom to start it. Because now it's looking pretty nice. So I would definitely want tongs or something to be able to get these pieces off and to put wood in mid-cycle. I don't have anything to do that. Probably didn't need the grate for that. Okay, well, that's definitely functioning. It's just reloading it would be an issue, so it'd have to have some kind of pot holder to be able to grab that, and then I think I'd use tongs to put wood in so I wouldn't have to put my hand over the flame. But now that it's going, it's virtually no smoke, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna take that off for a minute so I can see how it's doing underneath. Oh, I'm gonna use a stick. I don't think I need the grate for that particular pan. I could leave it hanging here. You can see the fire coming out of those holes inside, and that's what it's supposed to do. Because it's supposed to gasify it and then pull those gases in, circulate them inside there, and then come out that other spot. And that side is relatively cool, 230 degrees. But in comparison to that being 700 up near the top, that is relatively cool. So I'm thinking you'd have to take it off or be able to put enough in there to fill it twice to be able to get the water boiled. Yeah, pot holder, tongs, and if the pan is this big or bigger, I don't need that grate at all. That's just in the way. I don't know if that'd be great or just really good, but it could be great.
Yummy hot dog.
Yeah. Okay, I want to see that again. Okay, so that is really burning the way it's supposed to. So this one definitely more effort to get it to the boiling as far as adding more wood.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as what I thought it would be. I would definitely want a pot holder and some tongs just in case. And clippers, because you have to have small pieces in there.
Yep.
And pine cones burn pretty quickly, so I don't think that they are the right thing to do. So once it gets up and functioning, then the smoke level is quite nice, very low. It's only like 140, 150 down there. And I'm not sure how much of that's reflected. So it's fairly cool down at the bottom, so that's really good. So anyway, when this is really going, like it is now, very little smoke, I would still consider it to be our backup plan. Our number one plan is the butane propane. So that was plenty hot to use for rehydrating, and it's still putting off a really good amount of heat. I'm going to see if I can slide it over. I also have this little butane propane stove, can work in probably a little bit more varied weather conditions than that, and you don't have to collect any fuel, but you have to bring fuel, and this one can use butane or propane. So we'll do a quick look at it in an outdoor setting. I did not get the windscreen stuff that you can get for it. Yeah. Oh, and this is the fitting for the propane bottle, and so it goes in there. But the butane one, which doesn't run as hot as propane, just goes inside here. So let's check this out. I tried it once, worked fine. Let's see if I can remember how. So this goes into get there, and then that pushes on the bottom to hold that into position. And it's going. And it's breezy out here, so that's why you'd want to have a windscreen on this, and they make them for this, so I think I will order one. You can see that works very well. I'll go ahead and turn that off, let that cool, and put that all back away. So we've got different options on heating water or for cooking, and I definitely would want to use this for cooking. Heating water I don't mind on a flame, but cooking on an open flame is more difficult. So I'll probably stick with this for any kind of real cooking. All right, and that's it for now. Start ripping it back up. As long as you kick it uphill, it would be great.